Hello, my name is Zazie. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're just watching my video, please hit the subscribe button. I mean, it's for your own good because I drop out trading tips on the regular. I send out signals to my channels, and whenever there's a signal that has proven successful, I like to do a video to show you the analysis that I did, and it could probably help somebody, right? So hit the subscribe button so that whenever I drop a new video, you're the first to get it. I mean, that happens when you also turn on the post notification. So hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notification so you'll always get notified whenever I drop a new video. Right, so in this video I will be showing you the analysis I did on Crash 1000. So I sent out a signal on the 30th of April, right, and then 6 days later price eventually bought and it went in the direction that I expected, and it hit my take profit. So on this chart I already put out the coordinates for the analysis that I did. So I have three lines represented here. We have the black line, which represents my entry position. We have the red line, which represents my stop loss, and then the green line, which represents my take profit. Right. So for those of you who do not know, I'm a price action trader. It means that I trade using pure price action. I interpret the chart in its naked form using the candlesticks, the trend lines, chart patterns, zones, and all of those things. Right. So I do not use a single indicator in making my analysis. I don't use any of those things, right? I just interpret the charts the way it is, right? So this is my Crash 1000. So I'll be showing you quickly what I did on this trade. So I didn't do anything so special or so serious or so, technical like that, right? So this chart is pretty easy. I'm looking at it from the daily time frame. My analysis was based on just the daily time frame alone. I didn't really switch time frames unless when I went to the H4 time frame and I saw just one minor extra confirmation, but everything that I wanted to see was already on the daily time frame. So I'll just show you real quick how it went down. So the very first thing that I noticed in this chart was the fact that price was already in an uptrend, right? So this uptrend was very easy for me to recognize, and for the fact that price was on an uptrend in a daily time frame, I knew for sure that my positions were to be heading bullish. This is also because I'm a swing trader. I like to take my trades and hold them for a long time. So like I said before, this trade lasted for 6 days, right? And that was when my take profit was hit. So I'm a swing trader, so I like to just leave my trades for days and do other things with my time while my trades are working, right? So having identified this uptrend, I knew that market was going to go up. So it was a very clear reason for me to think in the direction of a bullish trader. Now, looking at this, I also have a zone highlighted here, but apart from the fact that I saw an uptrend, I also saw a chart pattern that sort of gave me like a double bottom formation or a W pattern, right? Because you can see that this looks like a W, right? So I saw the W pattern here, which was also the double bottom formation, and this double bottom formation started forming from within this demand zone right here. So this was a very solid, still valid demand zone, right? It started from this area, got tested first time here, got all the way to this point, and then came back here for another test of the demand zone, and price bought again with the hammer and then the confirmation candle. So one would have also even taken the trade from here, right? Price bought again, and then price came back here, giving us a second bottom, but it wasn't at the same level, but it was still respecting the trend line, so which is even better because it makes us believe that price didn't break out of the trend line to even try to form the double bottom or anything. So price was still moving in the direction of the trend, giving us a more solid reason to believe that price is bullish, right? So we had this double bottom formation confirming and moving in the direction of the trend, with the trend line acting as support in this market. So everything was sort of aligning, right? So if I bring my horizontal line and put it right here, because this area is a neckline, double bottom neckline, right? How to trade is very simple. Wait for price to break out of the neckline, wait for a retest on that neckline, and then take your buy. So like I said, the only reason why I stopped at the daily time frame was because everything I needed was right here on the daily time frame. I did not really need to switch, right? But if we're switching, maybe if you come to the H4, there would have probably been a reason for the entry, which was the fact that there was once a supply zone at this area here, right? And price broke out of that supply zone, came back for a retest, and then went all the way up. So I had like various reasons to take a buy, and I was very confident in the trade because everything I needed was just right there. I had very strong confluence and the market was just really nice, Right. So looking at this market, after the breakout of the neckline, which happened and gave me a reason to think that price was actually going to go bullish, but I didn't enter there and then. I waited for the retest because for some reason I just felt like the retest would happen. And I was very patient to see how price would react, giving me that retest. So when price came down for a retest, the retest happened, and it happened with a bullish engulfing candlestick, which is a pattern that points bullish, right? You can see this bullish engulfing reversal candlestick pattern right here, a bullish reversal pattern that's confirmed to us that yes, the retest has happened, and of course you can start going bullish now in your trade, right? So when this happened, the bullish engulfing formed. I wasn't at the market the instant it formed, lucky me, right? Because there would have been like some very tiny drawdown. So I took the trade right when the next candle after the bullish engulfing started forming, and just right about this point I sent out the buy signal because I knew that from this level price was just going to keep going up. And as you can see, my stop loss is right here, my take profit is right here, and if you know me very well, if you take my signals, you take my trades with me, you notice that I never send out a signal with less than 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. It could be more, but it's never less, because if it's less, the trade is usually not worth it, so I don't even bother. All right, so this was the simple analysis that was done on the crash 1000 using the daily time frame. It was super easy. I didn't really need to stress. I didn't spend so much time analyzing this chart. You see, the amount of time it's taking me to actually explain this setup to you was pretty much the amount of time it took me, or even less, to put all of this analysis together and to know that price was going to give me a bullish move. I mean, it wasn't the moment I analyzed that I took the trade, because I needed to wait for the moves to happen for the retest. So waiting was what took a longer period of time, but the analysis in itself was pretty much, 5 minutes or less. Yeah, so that's a simple analysis on crash 1000. I send out free signals on my channel, so if you're not on my free signal channel, just go straight down to the description and you would find the link to my free signal channel. This signal was sent to my free signal channel, and folks who took the trade made good profits. Even people who used the lowest lot size, I think the lowest lot size 0.2 was about $60 something or so in profit, so it was massive. So massive. I know of someone who took 5 positions using the smallest lot size and he had about $900 and something in his account. So if we're doing that mathematics now, if we're calculating, say let's say $60, that's like $300, in profits, right? Which was good as well. I mean, it was risky at first, but it ended up turning it ended up becoming a very good trade and all that. So that's my analysis on crash 1000. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, because as often as I send out signals, as often as the signals make sense, even though the signals don't make sense, I'll still show you the analysis that I did on trades and show you the reasons why, I took trades or why I had a certain bias on a trade. So subscribe, turn on post notifications, so when I drop a new video, you're the first to get it. Thank you.